What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Killer Keemstar, and this is the BadKidCast. This is the audio cast that you listen to while you game. We're available on iTunes, Android, and right here on YouTube. This episode, number 67 of the BadKidCast with guest Gandhi, is brought to you by youtube.com/Phantom Knives. On Phantom Knives channel, you will be able to watch a variety of Call of Duty gameplay commentaries that only use knife. Sound familiar? You can also find some GTA as well, a variety of games. If you watch commentaries on interesting topics, Phantom Knives is the YouTube channel for you. Check him out. His link is in the description. Also, this is coming to you by the Minecraft server known as mctoughroads.com. At mctoughroads.com is the Minecraft server IP. It's a server that gives our players more of a premise, more access to features and quality and little to no lag experience whatsoever. We have a great and helpful staff. There's a No Grief plugin, which will protect your items and your hard work on your Minecraft stuff. Come hang out on the Tough Roads Minecraft server. Our third sponsor today is TopRustServers.com. It's a site that ranks servers by popularity. People can even, vote on their favorite server, or even submit their own. Find the best Rust server by going to toprustservers.com. And last but not least, gaming-x.net. Gaming-x.net is a Minecraft server. What the fuck? What is up with those Minecraft servers? Is this the Minecraft hub right now? I swear. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be freaking out on our sponsors. I love you, sponsors. I love more Minecraft servers. Come over here. We'll let everyone know what you're about. Gaming-X is a Minecraft server with a community with 4 members. The server features all kinds of game modes such as prison, skyblock, survival. Come hang out on the Gaming-X Minecraft server. Awesome admins, and it is an awesome server. Guys, our prices are retardedly low to sponsor pretty much anything right here on the BadKidCast. We purposely made it low for the purpose of small YouTubers to get their name out about their YouTube channel. But now we have companies and websites and everything coming in here. We might have to make some changes with that because our prices are low to help small YouTubers out. But either way, we're happy with all the sponsors. What the... back. Wow, that music really pumps me up.
It gave me acid reflux.
You got acid reflux. We got Gandhi here. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Thank you for having me on the show. This should be a good one.
So today is the day that we can't avoid talking about this. Team changes, drama, insane with what's going on.
I wanted to do this on my channel, but Hax and I have been talking, and with all the changes, I'm actually going to be the 4th member of the Optic Nation competitive team.
Good for you, sir.
And they got me my own jersey, and I'm excited.
Congrats.
Yeah, green really brings out your eyes.
Thank you.
Gandhi, when did you start shoutcasting?
Oh, God, man. I started shoutcasting as soon as my professional career was slowly taking a shit. It was like 2008. I went from like Halo 2 to Halo 3. On the 360, I didn't put too much time because my first year of college. I was too busy drinking and chasing after women. So after that season, I kind of went to Sundance and was like, hey man, listen, I still want to be a part of like gaming. I think it's badass, but do you think I can be like a caster? He was like, absolutely. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's literally how it was. I mean, you hear everyone else's always has these like heroic stories. Mine was completely handed to me, so I'm not even gonna pretend that it wasn't.
So you were like a giant star in like the Halo 2 competitive scene, correct?
Yeah, back when basically the demographic I'm casting to now was probably in elementary school or still shitting their pants.
I mean, that's insane. That was like back in what, 2000?
I mean, shitting your pants isn't really a bad thing, right?
Depends, I guess.
I mean, what you do on a Friday night, I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, technically with you, I mean, that's just kind of normal.
Yeah.
You know, he does kind of give off that like crazy, I'm
Do
drunk.
I give off the I shit my pants vibe? I've been trying to work on that. I don't know.
I got the vibe where I can see like waking up and there's vomit still on like your shirt and you're just kind of like, fuck it.
Good
and
first
you get in your car and
impressions.
just drive home.
You are a partier. You are a drinker.
I don't shit my pants though.
You're an extreme. You have woken up in crazy situations or fell asleep in crazy situations.
Okay, I'm an alcohol abuser. I'm not an alcoholic. Like that's how,
Yeah, because you haven't gone to those meetings.
yeah, exactly.
That's the big difference.
I slept through
Once you go to the
meetings.
meetings, that's when everything just goes south.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically,
I like how I give a I shit my pants vibe. That's great. Good first impression.
I think that's like really hurting your soul right now.
What yeah, a little bit. Like I don't want to give that off as a first impression. Like that's the first thing he thought of. Yeah, he probably shits his pants. Yeah. He's a pants shitter.
Yeah.
So esports, I was never really a fan of esports. I knew about it because I came up through Halo 3, and I knew about it. Like I knew who like Walshy was. I knew who some of these people were, but I never really like watched it or got into it. Was Halo like how basically esports started?
No, not even close. I guess in the sense of like North America or NA, because it's all worldwide now. It's Halo was basically how like MLG started. So it used to be really, really grassroots, all the way dating back to like 2003. I think the first official MLG was 2004, and it was called Halo Nationals. It wasn't even called Major League Gaming then. And at that event, it was actually in Philadelphia, which is kind of ironic since it just came back from there. At that event, I think they had like 15 staff members, right? And I remember seeing Sundance. He used to wear a purple jumpsuit. I'm talking full-blown purple jumpsuit. He looked like Barney the dinosaur, right? And it was him, Clap, and they were literally bringing off TVs out of vans and setting them up on, like, chess in a venue to hold teams for, like, I think Halo Nationals had, like, I don't know, 48 4v4 teams in Halo 1, which was great at the time. I mean, we had no idea what we were doing there, and they had like a main stage and there's projectors, but it wasn't live streamed. There was anything like that. But really, Halo was basically the start for MLG. That's kind of where they found money in, and then they just kind of kept building it and building it and building it. But for like esports in general, I think it all goes back to like Brood War and Counter-Strike. So Brood War is, of course, the StarCraft 1 game. I mean, those StarCraft 1 players who are still playing to this day, with the exception of like Flash, who made the switch over. I mean, they're on fucking billboards in Korea, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, they're like our Tom Brady's, our Peyton Manning's, and they're just over there just being celebrities.
That's insane.
It's
awesome.
fucking nuts.
I wish Call of Duty was over in Korea like that. That would be insane.
I don't know how that would work.
What do you mean you don't know how it would work?
I mean, isn't something like the Treyarch Call of Duty's like you pretty much attack Korea in it, you know?
Oh.
Dude, that is the one thing that's tough about like Call of Duty for like the normal person though. And I've had this talk with like random parents. They're like, you know, we kind of like futuristic shooters because it kind of gets like our kids away from all like the bad shit that happens, right? Because like in Black Ops 2, you were essentially dropping drone strikes on your opponents. It's like, oh well, this is what we do every day in the Middle East.
Yeah, so like a futuristic game, it's almost like, you know, make believe again, where Call of Duty's too much realism.
Precisely.
So all right, so I started off like making troll videos and stuff in like Halo 3.
No one cares.
And people do care. They still hold on to the dream of FAG. And basically, when the Federer, like, basically when Halo Reach came out, we're like, this game sucks. And we didn't play Halo to, like, play the game or to compete. We played it just to troll people and make videos on. And then Halo Reach comes out, and we still could not get into it. I can't imagine what happened in the esports side of that. Like, what took place? I want to hear this story because I've never actually got to sit down to talk to someone in esports about what happened when Reach comes out, you know?
Yeah, well, first off, we're going to revisit this FAG thing here in a bit because I have no idea what that is, but I'm completely curious.
Oh, okay.
I got to hear what that is. But so essentially what happened is Halo 3 was essentially what Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was for the COD community, for the Halo community. Like, it wasn't necessarily everyone's favorite game, but in regards to sponsors, in regards to viewership, in regards to teams, passes selling out, it was everything you needed. I mean, we had T Squared, who, the guy I hate. I mean, I hate him. I always hate him. He's my rival, but he was on a Dr. Pepper bottle. We had Old Spice. We had Hot Pockets. It was just fucking blowing up, and MLG was getting behind it. So MLG brings in StarCraft as well, and then Halo Reach comes out. So we go from, like, the middle stage where it's, like, all about fucking Halo, and it's the first event, it's Halo Reach. And everyone's playing the game, and it's just, like, you shoot, and there's Bloom, and the Master Chief now throws like a pussy. He turned into a softball player when he was this fucking god, and everyone was just like, I don't know if I like this. Like, I don't know if I like this game. And the worst part about it is this: 343 it took over Bungie on the second, or it took over for Halo Reach, or at the end of Halo Reach, but it was still Bungie. And Bungie's like, you know what, let's fly some of these pro players out here. You know, they're outsourcing our game so much. And they select players like Elamite Warrior and some other people. And basically the Bloom mechanic in Halo was like essentially the downfall of competitive Halo completely, because it was never in there. You're taking 10 years of a game and you're changing everything. And the fucking people who go out there to test because they don't know how to talk to developers, which is an ongoing problem still to this day, they got asked what they thought of the Bloom mechanic, and everyone was like, "Oh, I think it's amazing," right?
Can I ask, what is the Bloom mechanic?
Okay, so essentially Bloom is this, right? I'm shooting a gun. If I shoot too fast, my reticle goes like this, and it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. It's like Counter-Strike, right?
Yeah.
You're a 7'8" fucking cyborg, right? And you go from being able to jump shot to everything like that to now you have to pace your shots. It just wasn't in the formula.
Yeah.
It'd basically be like Call of Duty coming out and be like, oh, well, now you have double shields. Have fun. And then you have to sit there and you have to be like, kill times go from like 0.2 to like 0.9. You guys would hate it.
Yeah.
It's not what you're used to. So when that all happened, like, I mean, they bring these pro players out there. It's just like, fucking Christ. Like, there's someone just be a dick. That's all you gotta be. Someone just has to be a dick.
So then, so basically, like, the fan base disappeared too, right? From Halo, just like
we went from like 256 teams, like selling out every time, and I mean 256 is a lot of teams.
Yeah,
like a lot of teams, and I'm talking it would crash MLG's site in like 5 minutes. So then when Halo Reach came around, it was like the first event everyone was pumped up for. At the championships, we had 68 teams for Halo Reach.
Wow.
With a viewership of like 10,000.
That's ridiculous.
Awful.
I mean, we started playing the game, and we're just like, this is horrible. Like, and then they put it.
That's always a weird feeling when everyone kind of looks around and be like, is it just me, or does this suck?
Dude,
Halo, does this suck for you? This sucks for me.
Halo Reach is the equivalent of COD Ghost.
Yeah.
Like, it is the same exact thing. Like,
because when you play it, you don't want it to be bad. You want it to be a great game, and you kind of go, is it me? Is this bad? I think this is bad. Is this bad? Is that what's going on?
Like, I mean, at the time, we were the second biggest Halo 3 YouTube channel, right? At the time. We were the second biggest Halo channel at the time. And then Reach, and it was just like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, there's this guy named Hutch, and then, you know, there's this Only Use Me Blade, and there's this Wings of Redemption, and we're looking over, and we're like, what the fuck is Call of Duty? You know?
Yeah.
And that's when it all happened, you know? It was insane.
Dude, you know what sucks about the game just like coming out and basically just blowing left nut is that it like there's like a little piece of you that just like dies.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, you guys know it now too. I mean, granted, Call of Duty's been like a roller coaster with games.
Yeah.
But like when it dies, you're like, man, for that full year, you're like depressed. You're like, maybe I should be done with video games, man. Like,
Yeah. Well, tell them what happened the first night of Call of Duty Ghost.
If I remember this correctly, the very first night of Call of Duty Ghost, I was live streaming. Blade comes into my live stream, and he's like, dude, I gotta quit my job, or I gotta go out and get a real job or something like that.
Yeah,
what was the exact statement? I can't remember.
This game fucking blows. The dream is over. I need to quit and go get a real job. I'm looking in the papers tomorrow.
So I upload.
That's how long it's been since I've had a real job, because I've been writing this Call of Duty YouTube thing that I still think you have to go to the papers for a job.
Oh, well, I'm sure you and all the other Amish people can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The funniest,
the local 7-Eleven.
The funniest thing is he didn't know I was streaming. Like, he like legitimately just said that, and it was like, I don't know, it was a funny moment. It was really really funny, and it's so true. And the thing is the first couple days there were commentators and there were people coming out and they were defending Ghost. You know, they were like, oh, I don't think it's that bad. And then like reality hits like a week later, and they're like, all right, yeah, you're right.
Well, for a YouTube commentator, what makes a game fun is we figure out the algorithm of being able to shit on bad players. And since Call of Duty in essence hasn't changed that much over the years, you don't really have bad players anymore.
Yeah.
So
you know what's funny is because you guys sit there and make videos and you teach people how to play the game good, and then you get mad because now everyone knows how to play the game good.
I never taught people how to play the game well.
That's true.
I don't teach people how to play the game well. Fuck that.
YouTubers have destroyed themselves. When I'm talking about Call of Duty,
I agree with that.
Call of Duty commentators have destroyed themselves, because throughout the years they're like, oh, do you guys want to see my setup? This is how you record gameplay. Well, you just made a competitor because that 12-year-old went out and bought one, and now he's making videos, right?
Yep.
Then you're like, well, this is how you play good. Oh, let me teach you how to do this.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree with you.
It's been a giant.
The fucked up thing is that's still for only the people who want to do it. You still have to want to do it. Like, you think about how many players you guys follow Call of Duty, obviously, like competitive, but at least enough. Think about how many players, as top players, still kind of fucking suck in regards to smarts. Like, are you kidding me? You can watch complexity play every single day and you can't pick up on anything?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know anything. I played this game for like a fucking day. But I can watch and you just learn. But no one else wants to do that. Everyone's just like, fuck it.
Well, I think that's true, though. I think that no one actually wants to put in the time and the effort to actually do it. Like that, back in the COD 4. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Back in the Call of Duty 4 days, the way that you, in my personal opinion, the way that you got better, there wasn't any YouTube videos, is you played and you learned and you studied your kill cam and you saw and you balanced out what was the best setups and you go from there, you know?
I got an awesome question for you. Back in the day, teams pretty much stayed together. Dude, today, it's crazy.
It was like an expansion draft. Like the ABA and NBA got together.
There's I don't know if it's true, but because I didn't follow esports way back then, but I'm guessing that teams didn't change like they changed today.
It wasn't as big. Essentially how the team changes used to work back in the day was there was normally duos or trios. So it'd be like Krim, Aches, and TP picking up Karma. Like, that's essentially what it was. It wasn't like, oh, fuck it, everyone's dispersing. There wasn't any of that. Because you found your niche. You're like, okay, you know what? I've been playing with this guy for quite some time, and he understands me. And so does this fucking guy. But this guy, he's got to get out of here because he's just not good. But in like Call of Duty, I swear to God on my life, it's like they put a mat right behind their heads and they just throw players on there and just throw a knife at them and see who they want to team with.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can make like a brand. Like, I don't understand how teams can make like a name and a brand, because they change like after every event. There's roster changes. How? I don't get it. And now people are doing these, team houses like they did back in the Halo days. They're doing team houses, and they're still changing. It's like, you fucking live with each other.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I don't understand is that these dudes live with each other, And there's not a scrape on them, but as soon as they disband, they start talking shit to each other. I'm like, why didn't you say that when you were in the house?
Right.
That's welcome to
I'm going to move back to Seattle and then start talking shit about Keem.
welcome to the 2014 gentlemen. Because if that shit happened in our day, like you'd fucking say it to your face or you'd fight. You're like, there would be a literally.
If I had a problem with Keem, I would talk to Keem face to face, off camera, and we'd figure it out. Okay.
How old are you two fucks?
30.
Yeah.
You're 30, both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, you're young.
Yeah.
Young buck.
Just aging really bad.
We were watching your old Halo clips when you used to play and stuff, and I'm like, damn, he looks young there. Like you were like, gee, how many years ago was that? Like 5, 6? So you were like, you were like 18 when you competed, right?
Yeah, well, my peak was 15 to 17, but I think that's like...
You're like the Drew Barrymore of COD or MLG or whatever.
Halo,
my bad. Sorry.
Drew Barry.
He
He's
knows-
Julia Stiles.
he knows nothing about Halo at all. We were
I used
at.
to play Halo. What are you talking
He
about?
knows-
Bro, you're not missing anything now.
He
You're
knows
missing-
nothing about Halo.
How do I know nothing about Halo?
I'm gonna tell the story how you know nothing about Halo.
Still,
all right.
still beat you.
We're at an E3 after party, right? I see this dude, and I'm like, oh my god, I know him. I'm drinking though, but so I kind of forgot who it was, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I love you. I shake his hand. I'm like, you're awesome. Can't think of it for anything, right? And then I'm walking out. And I'm like, I know who it was now. It was fucking Walshy. That was Walshy. I met Walshy, right? I didn't follow esports, but everybody knew who the fuck Walshy was, right?
Yeah, you did.
So me, Wicked Shrapnel, and Only Use Me Blade are walking like back to the hotel or whatever, and I'm freaking out, and I'm like, yeah, that was Walshy. We fucking met Walshy. And he goes, who the fuck is Walshy? I'm like, you don't know who Walshy is? Like,
Doesn't mean I didn't play Halo though.
I'm just
I
saying
played
you know
Halo.
nothing about Halo.
How do you not, dude?
Because Walshy was Halo's like biggest E-star. He would be like the nade shot of Call of Duty. No joke. And they're both sponsored. Well, I don't know if he's still sponsored by Red Bull, but
Well, he doesn't compete unless
Right.
they just like pay him to do StarCraft videos.
oh, he
I
does
have no idea.
StarCraft now.
Yeah, I think he does like they do like that like esports report bullshit that like MLG does.
Yeah.
I think Walshy does something similar, but like with StarCraft.
I have no idea what he's up to now.
But dude, okay, I played Halo back in the day. That doesn't. But to say that if I don't know who Walshy is doesn't mean I know nothing about Halo.
Okay.
I know nothing of Halo competitive.
Let me put it on this scale, right? If someone plays Call of Duty but has no idea who Nadeshot is, do they really know anything about Call of Duty?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Absolutely. If someone, what are you talking about?
You
Well,
like
dude, back then was a little bit different though. Now we got Twitters and social
The
media
thing is, though,
shit.
bro, is that there's people that know about Call of Duty that are in the competitive part of it. There are people that literally that sit there and play, like, who's the fat dude that ran Megashare or whatever it was called?
I never played.
Do you remember that dude?
I never watched any esports during Halo. I never even played in a ranked playlist. I played in a social playlist,
You were
trash talking
social?
people. Oh yeah, all I did is trash talk people.
Well, then you don't know anything about Halo there, Keem.
But I knew who Walshy was. That's the point.
Oh, you know nothing, sir.
Yeah.
I had the lowest opportunity to know anything about competitive
All right,
Halo.
This
and
person
still knew who
this
Walshy
person
was.
that says I know nothing about Halo. About 6 months ago, I played you Halo and mopped the floor with you.
With Halo 1. That was a difference.
That's still Halo.
That's still
yeah.
Let's play Halo 3. He'll shoutcast it. You'll get rocked.
I've never played Halo. I've never played Halo 3, but I still probably beat you
Remember when we played COD and I beat you? What's up with that?
because I was only knifing.
Golden Boy.
I was
shoutcast it.
only knifing, and you were using the Cap 40s.
And I beat
If you
you.
want to go gun for gun, dude, it's over.
I just.
I think he uses the blade just so he can have a fucking excuse.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm just saying though, if
And you shit in your pants. What?
I'm just saying, if you want to go gun for gun, then I'm totally cool with it. I did the blade thing for sportsmanship to give you a chance.
I would agree to go gun for gun competition with you again. All right, round 2. We already did this with Golden Boy,
All right,
and who
fine.
won?
You did.
Oof.
All right, I'll do it again, gun for gun, but it has to be on Black Ops 2 because I refuse to play
That's fine.
Ghost.
That's fine.
All right.
You could pick
You
the
don't
map, the
even play
gun,
Ghost anymore.
whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. You can pick the map, the
you
gun.
don't even play Ghost anymore, huh, Keem?
No.
I don't play Ghost anymore.
I got Ghost on my Xbox One and the 360, and I probably have less than 5 or 6 hours played altogether.
Wow.
Like,
so you knew like right away that you hated it.
I mean, I have like a day and a half played.
The thing is that I think this is what most hardcore Call of Duty fans went through, right? Especially, well, for the people that play on the Xbox, right? They get the Xbox 360 version, and they're like, you know what? I'm not really into this game, but I think it's because they made it for the Xbox One. I got an Xbox One pre-ordered. I'm going to get it on Xbox One, and everything will be happy again, right? Because that's the way I thought, and I think a lot of people thought that way. And then you get the Xbox One, you put it in, and you're like, what the it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because basically what I think happened, and it's just a guess, but I think the hardcore Call of Duty fans got an Xbox One. So now that you're playing on the Xbox One, you're playing against the best of the best, and you're just getting shit on.
Can I also say, and I know this seems like a cheap cop-out, but like I feel that about 2 years ago when I got a SCUF controller, that I have a tough time playing first-person shooters on a non-SCUF controller, on a regular controller.
That's you make a good point. It does make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
It really does.
So we watched a video where you blasted Parasite, and it was hysterical. What triggered that?
Well, I coached Curse Las Vegas at Columbus, and it was like they're like, you pick up on things quick, and you'll tell us if we're being assholes, and you'll tell us if we suck. And I was like, yeah, I will do all of those things. And so, I spent a whole weekend with the guy, and you pick up on his little tendencies, and I was like, well, he can handle a joke, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna roast him.
I noticed in the UMG stream you said something about him taking a lot of selfies, and that's when I tweeted you. Right after you said that, I tweeted him, and I was like, dude, I like this shoutcaster. Yeah. And then I didn't even connect Gandhi with the Halo guy. Yeah. Like, I didn't connect the dots until later.
I have a really clever Twitter name with Scott and Gandhi fused together, hence the Scandi. Some people don't have this kind of mental capacity, sir.
There's a new thing going on right now, and as an old man, I don't like it. It's really fucking weird. It's people taking ridiculous selfies. Have you seen this lately?
Yeah. I'll take a selfie just to fuck around every once in a while, but dude, people gotta stop. It's like an epidemic.
The best selfie that I've seen, is of this dude that flew over a football game stadium, full stadium, flew over in a jet and pulled up. And so when he took the selfie, behind you could see the stadium.
Wow.
So you doing gymnastics in your bathroom doesn't count. So stop.
Yeah, that was like a hashtag or something on Twitter.
What?
Huh.
The selfie Olympics.
Yeah.
Was it a pilot?
It was a pilot.
Okay.
A pilot in a jet plane
flew over a football field.
Yeah.
And took a selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Fuck all the passengers, right? You know what, dude? I'm just gonna.
No, it was like a Top Gun situation. That's what I'm saying. It was like a Top Gun situation.
Was he upside down?
Yeah, how do I do that? Like that. and so the picture is him, in his little, fighter jet helmet, and then behind him was the stadium full of fans.
That's insane.
Well, that's even scarier, because I don't think those things are autopilot at all.
Yeah, there's no you take care of it.
How did he have time to just pull out his cell phone and I
don't know. That's
Are you sure it wasn't photoshopped?
Yeah.
Dude, he might have just had it planned. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
thinking. He
clicks
it, and then he just, because on the iPhone you just have that the two buttons for the volume. You just hit the bottom one. He was probably just fuck it.
Yeah, because these dudes that fly these jets or fighter
on the
jets
break,
like that.
Can we find this picture so we can show the fans?
We 100% have to find this picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll do that on the break when we transfer the files. Have you seen all the selfies of people jumping off of something super high? The e-suicide selfies.
E-suicide selfies. You did a timeout. I gotta talk to you about this, bro. This dude, so he runs Drama Alert, right? And sometimes the stories are really? Is that really a story? Now, I'm not gonna get into the whole argument because we've had this argument a million times of his fulfillment to report the news, whatever. Okay,
dude, we all have different career choices, right? One day I woke up and I was a fucking reporter, and I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I just am now. Sorry.
You don't
That
wake
is
up.
a weird thing.
Okay, we're not going to get into that. So apparently this girl, I'm probably going to butcher this or whatever. Apparently this girl hinted at the fact that she was going to kill herself.
She didn't hint. She literally changed her bio to, I hope you all will miss me. Took a picture of her standing on the back of what looks like a Mustang with a rope.
Okay. So all this happens, right? He finds out about it, right? And during the time of it happening and him finding out about it, she deleted it, right?
Yeah.
And his thing is he goes, did anybody screen cap that? And my mentality is like, who's going to screen cap that?
A lot of people.
Right?
Why?
Right?
Because it's crazy, right? First of all, there's this e-girl, right, that has dated pro players that everybody knows who she is, right? She's got followers based. Her name is Shari Swag, and she dated Jambi
Of the New England Swags?
Okay, so this is a horror. This girl's been through a lot. This girl's
Apparently, dude.
Yeah.
this girl's
You
like this girl's like 16 years old, but at the time she was 15, and she was dating Jambi is Swag of Obey, who is 21. So we got a 21-year-old man
that's not good.
publicly. I'm not talking like it was found out. I'm talking publicly dating a 15-year-old. He like moved into her house, which made it even more creepy. Like I had to
Was
do
she
it.
in the South?
I don't know where she's from.
It's probably legal there.
It's probably encouraged.
It was
yeah,
just
like the backwoods of Alabama.
it was really weird. So I did a drama alert on it, and I'm like, this 21-year-old's like dating a 15-year-old. It's all public. They're taking pictures. Then she like, then he posted. He's 21, right? He posted a picture on Twitter of his girlfriend, who's 15 at the time, peeing in a bottle, and that's when just all hell went loose. And fucking, I did a drama alert on it, and the dude literally shut down his Twitter and left the community. He's gone. Bye, right? They break up about a month ago, all right? Sherry Swag is now, like, trying to date other people or something like that.
Trying to get back out there. Yeah.
She's trying to get back out in the world.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for her. Way to really,
She watched the E version of Sex in the City and said, you know what, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah. Starring Emily Kate or whatever her name is.
So all of a sudden she tweets, I'm literally addicted to this soup. And then within under like 5 minutes, the next tweet is she's committing suicide. So that's how coined the phrase like suicide soup. So
Oh. Well, dude, I hear soup is more addicting than heroin these days.
I'm serious. This story is all true. I'm not making any of this up.
I don't believe you.
I mean, was it street soup or was it like prescription soup?
Oh, well, dude, that is the big problem. Prescription soups do really fuck people up.
So e-girls are kind of known.
First a bowl of Campbell's, and then it just gets worse and worse.
Then next thing you know, you're injecting chunkies into your body.
Injecting marijuanas. All right, so basically e-girls are known as attention getters on Twitter, right? They date pro players to get attention, blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows that criticism, right?
Yeah.
When this girl started tweeting out that she was going to commit suicide or whatever, instead of people being like, oh, don't do it, it was the direct opposite, where like you had like FaZe members, like big people on Twitter being like, you're an attention whore, stop that. Like, what the fuck? Like, just ripping her apart.
Fucking soup junkie.
So then she went as far as went to a mental hospital and took a picture of her going into the mental hospital and tweeted it out, proving that she was getting legit help.
Jesus. I mean, you know, that's
True life. I'm on soup.
Yeah, right?
So to finish the thought, and I just remembered why we started talking about this. To finish the thought, right? I started a hashtag e-suicide. So she was standing on a car. Well, people were like kids and, you know, fans or whatever. They were taking pictures of them like jumping this high from like the rug to the floor or like jumping from their chair to the floor, and it was a really funny thing, you know.
Well, that's like one of the main things why, like, I don't know, like competitive gaming, like it's really fucking cool, like from an outsider looking in, right? Like they're like, oh, these players and there's personalities too, like this is cool as shit. But when you get in there and you look at the inner workings and you just see like how fucking toxic it can be, like it's like instantly, like, every girl has to go through so much shit.
Yeah.
And it's really because 90% of them actually suck.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's true. They're like 90% of the girls in the community really do suck. But when something like that happens, like even if it's a guy, the first thing people think is, oh, this guy just wants attention. They don't look at it like, oh, maybe he's hit rock bottom. Because I mean, they're all kids. They don't know any better. I mean,
Do you think it's a subconscious thing in the back of everyone's mind that if you're like a 17-year-old kid, it's really not that bad? Shut up. Is that what it is?
Well, this is what I tweeted
I think
out.
so.
This is what I tweeted out. I was like, okay, so we got kids starving in Africa, but white teens want to commit suicide because someone called them a name.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, think about this. Think about when we were in like, well, you guys, what did that mean? You graduated in what, high school in what, 01, 2000?
Yeah,
01.
01, yeah, okay. My brother graduated in 02, so I can kind of phrase it that way. But like, when we grew up, like going through high school, like you didn't learn shit about mental health.
No.
You still don't.
No.
You have to get
For us, the
out.
mental health girls meant the easier ones.
Right? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, daddy issues.
It's still that way today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's still that way today.
So it's like they're never gonna learn. So like when something like that happens, you're just like, oh, people actually.
I know this sounds fucked up, and I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but like when people talk about they're gonna kill themselves, I'm like, half the time I'm like, just do it. Shut up. Like leave me alone.
Who the fuck is like, you know what? I'm going to kill myself, but before I do, I'm going to take a picture and then make sure I tweet it.
Yeah, if they don't kill themselves, I see them, I'm like, weren't you supposed to kill yourself, you procrastinator? Like, what the fuck?
Like that's a touchy subject for me because
course,
like my thing I study is clinical psychology. So like I mean I get exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But the whole attention thing, it's just like I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
like, their cry for help.
not every snowflake is special. You know what I mean? Like,
No, a lot of snowflakes actually end up being
pretty
fucking
shitty.
pointless. They don't
Yeah.
even stick to the goddamn ground.
Yeah.
They just melt.
Speaking about snowflakes, I don't know where you live, but we're in Buffalo, New York, so we're hammered. The thing is Buffalo's known for getting a ton of snow, and
you guys had like 10 feet like not too long ago, like
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
This really pisses me off about this fucking town that I live in now, right? During this blizzard, they shut down everything. They shut down the Tim Hortons. It's like, this is Buffalo. We always get covered with snow. This is nothing new. For some reason, during this blizzard, everybody acted crazy, and they were like, don't go outside. The newscaster said, if you take your kids outside, don't do it. They could die. That's what they said on Channel 2.
Now
That's what they said on Channel 2.
I'm from Seattle. Okay, every 5 years.
Depression and suicide.
Not
Okay.
really, not really. It was actually pretty cool up there.
Just do it
Every-
already.
about-
Just do it
about-
already.
Once every 5 years or whatever, we'll get some snow, right? The whole town will freak the fuck out over a little tiny bit of snow. I come out here and I see snow, and I'm like, dude, you got like fucking a ton of ballsy people. Aren't the businesses closed? They're like, no. So like, there's no shutting down. Buffalo was like built for snow, and now it's so bad that my roommate tried to drive to go see his girl, and the police officer stopped him. Was like, no, turn around. There's a driving ban.
And that
There's
makes,
a driving ban right now, and this dude came and picked me up and said, fuck it.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, my man's a baller.
Yeah, there's a driving ban right now, but here's the thing. This is what pisses me off, right? I grew up here. This is what it was like when I grew up. When I got in my first car, I would like be down a road and it would close in the end, before I got to the other side. Like, this is nothing new. I don't know why these people freak out. We live in Buffalo.
One thing that is interesting that I will say about Buffalo is the people do know how to drive in the snow out here, right? In Seattle, when it rains, people freak the fuck out. And I'm like, you've lived here for 30 years. You don't know how to drive in the rain? Like, come on.
You know what's crazy, though? People do know how to drive in the snow in Buffalo. Like, I go the speed limit, like, because it doesn't matter. Like, I know how to
Well,
drive.
you also have a 4x4.
Well, yeah, but even if I didn't, if I had like a Corolla, like I used to have a Corolla, I'd be pulling the e-brake for fun, like to whip around corners or whatever.
I got like an extremely large Cadillac, and it does fine in the snow because it's so big, you know?
Aren't those all-wheel drives though too?
No, I think this. You know what?
As long as it's
I
not
don't know.
real drive, you're fine.
I don't know what my car is.
That's crazy. You love that thing.
I do, but I'm gonna look that up.
Oh my God, it's really hit you that hard that you got to Google search it.
Yeah, because
I'm actually surprised.
I believe it's front wheel drive. That's my guess.
Well, I got a Hummer, so it's a 4-wheel drive, but
Yeah, and you're also just getting slooped hard on gas, dog.
yeah.
Pull out of your driveway, and you're like, fuck.
There's been a couple
It better
trips
be an active day on Twitter, or Daddy's not eating.
Yeah, there's a couple trips. Like, basically, my family lives about an hour away, so every time I just go there and come back, it's like $30. And I never really thought about it until recently. Like, yeah, it's $30 to just go out there.
I mean, we've had discussions about this. Every time I leave the house, I end up spending like $100 somehow.
Yeah,
like just leaving the house, I'm gonna end up spending money. But like, I work from home, so the gas isn't as big of an issue. But I'm just used to paying a lot for gas, though. I'm just used to it over the years. I've always had big body cars. I've never had like this little small sports car or something, you know?
Dude, I kind of want to go back to something really, really small because, dude, once in a while I'll get into Melissa's car and it just seems like I'm in a go-kart and I'm having fun again. You know what I mean? When you're up in a Hummer and you're driving, everything moves so slow. You're not close to the ground. The road's not whipping past you. You're not getting that experience of whipping around a corner.
If you drive a large 4-door Cadillac for like a couple months, you will never want to go back.
Well, a Cadillac's like essentially a couch.
Yes.
It's like you took a love seat and you threw it in the fucking front.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand that he looks like he's stuck in 1999 and he ain't getting out. He doesn't understand that. He is in
my car was a $50,000 car in 1999.
You like collect Jordans, you wear your caps backwards. I do some of that stuff too, but
well, I mean he does play COD. That's their MO.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. You're like
you still have 50 cents like for a CD in the the CD tray.
I've ripped on him so much about being stuck in an error, but
I'm not stuck in an error. I am what I am.
Well, there's this weird thing when people graduate from high school that whatever they're in like you graduated in 2001. So whatever you were into then, you're pretty much like stay with that. There's a thing that a lot of people do that. That's why you see these like ladies that are in their like 50s and they have these weird haircuts that are not in style at all, but were in style when they were 18 years old. You know what I mean? And I think,
dude, I mean, music now, I graduated in fucking 2008. And like now every music I hear, I'm just like, this sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where's my 90s rock that I grew up with?
Like if Nelly Ride With Me comes on the radio, you're like, yeah, you know, right? That's my shit. You know what I mean?
You just hear like the guitar of like Nirvana and you're just like, oh.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk about that for a second, okay? I'm from Seattle. I literally grew up on Nirvana, Oasis.
Why did you kill Kurt Cobain?
Shut up. But here's the thing, like,
you're shitty weather, man.
I get really like I saw this girl, and she must have been 15, and she was wearing a Kurt Cobain shirt, and I thought about just ripping it off her, like off of her, and be like, "Fuck you! You don't know what the fuck this is about." Like, I don't know.
You
like,
should be happy. You should be happy.
Yeah, but there's just something like if I'm in Kmart buying socks and I see a Nirvana shirt, I'm just like, they didn't want this. Like,
you know what's funny though?
Did you say Kmart?
Mm-hmm.
You really said Kmart.
It was at Kmart?
Yeah.
Who the fuck goes to Kmart?
To buy socks.
Oh, you go there to buy socks?
Hell yeah. You could buy...
Is Kmart still like relevant?
Well, here's the one thing interesting. I have went to shopping at Kmart once in the last 2 years. You know why I went there? To get a Wii U.
Wait, is it Kmart or Walmart?
There's both. There's a Kmart near you.
Which is that big one that I go to buy socks at? Is that Walmart? Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart.
Okay, dude, Kmart's look like a tornado fucking hit them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mixed up my mart. It's Walmart.
Yeah. It's Kmart's are like I think the only reason Kmart's are still around are because they're funded by the Mexican drug cartel. Like there's literally nothing.
I misspoke. I meant to say Walmart.
Okay.
Kmart's
I got a big thing with Kmart.
Kmart looks like Walmart after Katrina.
What was I going to talk about?
What's your issue with Kmart?
Dude, it's just, every Kmart just sucks. It literally looks like a tornado comes down. Like they're all disorganized, and there's always like 3 cars. in the parking lot.
They
And
did
it's the
have
three-
they did have that awesome marketing campaign, Shit My Pants.
That was awesome. Shit my pants.
When everybody saw that, they're like, they
I like-
did not do that.
I like how it came full circle to ship my pants.
But anyhow,
It's all about the recurring jokes, man.
I had to go to Kmart about a year and a half ago to get a Wii U. It was Wii U's came out. We went to Walmart the midnight the release of Wii U's, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm standing in line for the Wii U. They're like, oh, you didn't pre-order? You can't get one. I'm like, really? This is like
Fucking Wii U.
this is Walmart and this is a fucking Wii U. Are you kidding me? So the next day, they're all out. I call everywhere. They're going on Craigslist for like $1,000 or some shit, some crazy shit, right? So I call Kmart and they're like, oh yeah, we have one. We only got one, but no one's bought it yet. I was like, huh, really? I'll be right over.
That is interesting. Do you actually play the Wii U? Because
I sold it.
I don't know if. No, you did sell it.
Yeah. Well, when the Wii U first came out, the thing is like growing up with Mario Brothers and then getting that two sides or the 2D scroller thing with an updated Mario and awesome because this Mario on the Wii U was the first Mario to be in 1080p. You know what I mean?
Or HD or whatever.
Or HD or whatever. So that game was awesome, but essentially you're buying a Wii U to play Mario because everything else sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Zelda took a big shit.
Black Ops 2 was there, but it was lame.
Oh, we did it. Remember we made a video on Black Ops 2 or somebody did.
He came over to my house and we live streamed playing Wii U for like an hour and a half.
On Black Ops 2 and
that got copyrighted on it.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there was some Mario music.
Oh, Mario's ripping people down, huh?
Actually, now the rule is now I could be complete. Oh, I got some other cool news. But the thing with Nintendo is that they will allow you to post videos on YouTube and Nintendo, but you just can't monetize it. So I'm serious. That's what the rule is.
That was your cool news?
No. The cool news I just found out.
I was gonna say that's really not cool.
So you know how this whole console war thing came out? I think
Yeah.
this one thing is gonna tip it over to PS4 that just came out. PS4 will be able to play PS3, PS2, and PS Uno games
When?
like soon.
Damn. We're going to be right back after this. Good first half.
We are back. We are back.
We're not back officially yet.
What? You clapped. The clap's the
Yeah, you
official.
did clap.
There was a clap. There was a clap.
It's not official because he wasn't plugged in. So, and we're back. We were debating whether or not we were officially back yet.
So a
and
thing that goes on is that Keem treasures our conversation so much that when we're just shooting the shit randomly without a camera on, he's like, "Stop talking! Stop being interesting! Knock it off!"
Dude, it's the worst thing. I swear to God, the minute this camera turns off, our guest and Blade will go into this awesome conversation. And I just get hit with
I
this.
think I've been kicking ass personally.
I get hit with this fucking jealousy. Like, this conversation is so good. I'm not a part of it. And even worse, it's not being recorded. Shut up.
Yeah.
That's why you just got to be recording at all times, man.
So,
Well, it takes warming up too, though. You know.
Yeah.
Like the first, you're just like warming up to one another in like the first 40 minutes.
a lot of that goes. Well, that and I have kind of an internet persona of being kind of an asshole, and then people come to the show and they're like, "Oh, this guy's not that bad." So,
Yeah.
you know, some people come in, they're like, "Oh, fucking Keemstar."
Fucking Keem.
But you guys were talking about movies,
Yeah.
all right? And basically, what happened is we found the selfie of what he's talking about with the pilot and shit, and it was a Reddit post, and it was fake.
Yeah, it was fake.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was fake.
The planes were transparent.
Okay. One of the best comments was they made a Duke Nukem reference saying they should have Duke Nukem fighting him as a monster on the ground or something. I thought that was
They
funny.
should have.
So plane selfie, completely fake. Then Gandhi finds another selfie of an astronaut.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. So we were debating whether or not that was real. I made a joke that it was the movie with Sandra Bullock. We got in the movie topic, and then you guys started talking about Kevin Bacon.
Basically, Leo.
We started talking about Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's so good.
We started talking about movies that have the record number of fucks. And originally it was Scarface, and then it ended up being Goodfellas, and then it ended up being Pulp Fiction, and then Casino, and then like I think Django might have been up there, but now the new record is like 500 something, and it's held by the Wolf of Wall Street.
Why do people put so much emphasis on the word fuck? Like, they think it's like the end of the world.
I think cunt is worse than fuck.
Well, I think you got to understand that, like, back in the day, like in the 50s, right? If you went to school and somebody said fuck you, you were fighting.
Yeah.
Like, you had to fight that person. They just said fuck you to you.
Well, it's not even... I feel like most people don't even know what fuck is. Fuck is originally an acronym, right? Like, it's fornicate under the consent of the king, right? Like, that's what fuck means. And most people are just like,
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Get a load of this guy.
Aha, you didn't know either.
That's my joke, not
so
your
like,
joke.
it's really when you break it down, it's really not that big of a thing. I personally think cunt. Like there's like a couple words. There's 3 words out there, like to steal something from Joe Rogan, that really put an emphasis on like they make people just shut up. It's the N word, cunt, and like love. Those 3 words.
What
like,
was the last one?
Love.
Love.
Love. Okay, yeah.
They do, man. You hear love and you're like, oh, hey.
I think the N word is probably still king because that. As far as like, wow, you know what I mean? I think
I've actually converted. Now when I stub my toe, I actually say N-word and not actually the N-word.
I've said
Really?
Yeah.
I've started using N-bomb instead of just saying the N-word.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a new thing though. Now the young bucks, the young kids, like even white kids say the NIGGA version.
Yeah. And like it's the AH. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
But
so
that's
I want
rap
to.
music.
I've
We did
talked
a
about
drum
this.
alert today on racist, on like racism.
Gandhi's a racist.
Oh, it was crazy. So basically, Modern Warfare Negro, that's his name, by the way. He went on to a podcast of Call of Duty black commentators who were saying they're not successful on YouTube because they're black. So Modern Warfare Negro went on there and was like, no, it's not because you're black. It's because, like, look at the content of your videos. So now I couldn't cover the story. Thank God I have an intern who's black, Frazier. He did the story. But this dude hammed it up, and he was acting like he was from the hood, and, like, there was gunshots going on in the background when he was doing the news report. You got to see it. It's fucking hilarious shit.
All right.
But it created a lot of hostility.
So we were talking about movies.
Not interested in that at all.
We were. I mean, you can't really tell the story though.
I just told it.
Well, I know, but you're basically telling the story, saying that you can't tell the story. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, whatever.
He's
I'm
right.
more than willing to give it a like and give it a watch.
Yeah, I'll watch it. It's just
I'm fucking
you
offended.
can't tell the story.
Yeah, non-storyteller, N-bomb. So we were talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and how he's never won an Academy Award.
What? Yeah, he has.
No, he hasn't.
No.
No, he's not.
Why?
One.
I don't know why. He's never won an Academy Award, but I think he's probably the best actor of our generation.
The Gatsby was great.
I'm sure. I haven't seen that one. I'm sure it is. Wolf of Wall Street looks amazing. But I was going to tell him.
New York.
Gangs of New York is obviously a classic. I was going to tell him about this movie game, and I know you know about this
You
movie.
got to understand though, there was this time where Leonardo DiCaprio, or am I saying his name wrong?
Say Leo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right. There was
Yeah,
this
right.
time, like right after Titanic, where he was like a Justin Bieber, like has been or something. Like he was like, oh, fuck that guy. I'm not watching a movie with that the guy from Titanic. Fuck that. This dude made a comeback. He really did.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor. I think that the movie that probably he came back from was that Catch Me If You Can.
The one where he was on the island and shit. That was
The
stupid.
Beach. No, The Beach is an awesome movie. You have then rewatch it then, because if you think that movie's bad, friendship off.
I'm actually gonna look up his like IMDb to see like what he actually followed
and
Titanic up with.
That's probably Gilbert Grape was before Titanic, right?
I don't know. Oh, Gilbert Grape was amazing.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Whatever happened to the kid in Home Alone? I want the kid from Home Alone to make another Home Alone as he's the kid.
Oh no, Macaulay Culkin. He dated
Oh,
Miley Kunis
Really?
for like 10 years,
Wow. I didn't
and
know
now
that.
he's like 31, and he used to be a drug addict.
Well, he should make another Home Alone, and he should just play the role of a kid, even though he's not a kid. I would watch that.
I gotta think that guy's probably strung out on coke at this point.
Apparently, he basically got really into the party scene and got a bad drug addiction, but now he's clean.
Good for him.
Yeah.
What does that
That's-
motherfucker do? Because every once in a while I sit back and I watch some like, trolling video that I did like back in 2009 that has tons of views and, great comments and stuff. What does this dude do you think, like on a Saturday night when he's home all alone? Does he pop it in and just like, do you think he does that?
No.
No, he's
No,
dude. He's probably like a modern day like Charlie Sheen, just like rolling around with strippers and drugs.
All right, so this is the game, okay?
Oh, by the way, his next movie after Titanic was The Man in the Iron Mask, and then he went to the beach.
The beach
and
was
then
good.
Then he did Don's Plum, Gangs in New York,
Classic.
Catch Me If You Can. Then it was The Aviator. That is where he made the comeback, I think.
Yeah.
Because
remember
after that,
that.
it went to Blood Diamond and Departed. And then by then, everyone's like, oh, Leonardo's the shit.
Yeah. That's a fucking good catalog of movies, Jesus.
Right?
Like, okay, I love De Niro, okay? But if you look at, like, basically every great movie De Niro does, there's, like, 5 shitty ones in between,
Yeah.
I love De Niro. He's one of the greats. But, all right. So can I...
I want to make this one point real quick before you talk about the game.
You're so full of shit.
No, I swear to God, I have a point. This is legit, and then we'll get to Blade's game. All right, his movie game. That's coming up. Just wait. This is what I don't understand. All right, speaking about the Titanic. All right, and speaking about this, the movie with fucking what is his name? Tom
Hanks.
Tom Hanks, right? Where he does on the boat saving Captain Phillips.
Yeah,
Saving Captain Phillips, yeah.
Why the fuck do actors agree to do movies based on real life stories that are popular, right? If you're going to do a movie based on a real event, it should be a real event that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We already know what's going to happen in Titanic. We already know what's going to happen in Captain Phillips. We already, I don't understand why they make these movies.
Well, the other thing, too, is, like, Captain Phillips, like, they changed that all around. Like, Captain Phillips, like, the real Captain Phillips was a fucking dick. Like, his whole crew hated him.
Oh.
He was a bad fucking person. And that's why that's why Tom Hanks took it, because he read the script and was like, oh, shit. Like, he's not an asshole. And he, like, didn't even have to do fucking research. He was just like, oh, he's a good guy who basically said the shit. No.
Yeah.
He was a dick who ended up basically getting lucky in this scenario.
Did he really, in real life, did he, say to like the what are they fucking called, pirates, and say, hey, go ahead, you can kidnap me? Like, did he really do that? Like, take me, don't take the crew. Did that really happen?
I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure
Because I haven't seen the movie, but in the trailer they make Captain Phillips look like this giant hero,
Like he's a martyr.
But they also did that in the news. They also made Captain Phillips here. How do they make a movie about a guy that gets fucking kidnapped, right? Where pirates like pretty much rape him, take his boat, and then the fucking Navy has to come in and save his ass. How do they make a story about him and not the guy that fucking landed the plane in the Hudson River?
Right.
Dude, that guy's
is a fucking hero.
Badass. That guy.
Have you seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington?
No.
No,
All right.
is that good?
Okay, I'll tell you what the premise of it. I'm not gonna give anything away, but pretty much.
Really? You're gonna cut off the movie game?
Shut up. So this is the Denzel Washington is a light cocaine user, partier, heavy alcoholic. Okay.
Yeah, but what does he play in the movie?
Shut up. He's a pilot. He's a great pilot, right? He is still drunk from the night before. He is flying from, I believe, Atlanta to Florida. Okay. And while he's flying, he is drunk. He's still drunk from the night before, and he even drinks on the plane. Okay. The issue happens where the plane starts to go down. This dude handles the plane in such a way where he literally flips the plane upside down to save it, to get some wind gust, and then reflips it and lands it in a field and saves everyone on the plane except for like a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They do a test simulator for other pilots, and it's like anybody else would have crashed and would have killed everyone. Like, he did the most G shit ever by saving this plane. He did lose like 4 people, but like that was going to happen regardless, right?
Right.
Come to find out that his toxicology report was like a 0.27 in its alcohol level.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was an alcoholic. So at
Yeah,
first
well-
everyone's like, this dude's a fucking hero.
Mhm.
But then the story kind of unfolds saying, no, he was drunk when this happened. He's a functioning alcoholic, and it's a depressing story, and I'm not going to give any more at it, but obviously Denzel Washington's a very
I'm
good
not
actor.
going to watch the movie, but can you please tell us like what happens? Does he end up like? I mean,
Losing
how
his
how
job,
does the
yeah.
movie have a happy ending?
Oh, it doesn't. It's depressing as fuck.
Oh,
Huh.
But
That
the first
sucks.
scene's amazing, though, and it's by Brian Zemeckis, who did the Back to the Future movies and Castaway.
So you could give you can pretty much watch the movie by watching the trailer, or no? Do they give enough away in the trailer?
Yeah,
Because sometimes I do that. I'll just
Dude,
I
that's
don't
true.
I don't really want to watch a movie, but I'll watch the trailer and understand the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like there was
Is
this.
it 20 minutes of like him doing this amazing flight
Yes.
bullshit, and then it goes into like
Depressing.
40
after.
minutes of like a trial of him just getting fucking berated by the media and like his
No,
colleagues.
it's 5 minutes introducing like his setup, which is basically he likes to do cocaine and he's a drinker.
Okay.
To the flight, 20 minutes of craziness of him handling the flight situation, and then the next hour and a half of the movie is this long, drawn out, depressing drug addict, alcoholic.
Oh, fuck that. I'm
Yeah,
not watching
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
But listen, you got to hear about this. We went to go see some movie. I don't know what it was. There was a couple months ago, we kept going to a bunch of movies. And this
You're talking about the Brad Pitt movie that I thought was very good.
I'm not talking about that movie.
If you're talking about World War Z, I'm going to uppercut you.
No, what I'm
no.
talking about is we seen a trailer for a movie that we didn't watch, but we kept seeing the trailer over and over again. And the trailer of this movie was Halle Berry, where she played a 911 operator.
dude.
Yeah, it shows the whole thing.
The
just
whole
the whole
movie
thing.
was shown in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
You did not have to watch the movie. The trailer showed you the whole movie. You watch the trailer, and at the end of the trailer, you're like, wow,
If there's plot twists in the trailer, you're doing it wrong. You know what
Well,
I mean?
isn't it bad that they basically like took? You remember that shitty movie Phone Booth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Col-
that movie,
Col-
Phone Booth,
Colin
it's
Farrell,
basically
yeah.
like a similar thing. It's like there's a person on the line. I can't get off with them, and then all of a sudden,
First off, in that movie, the dude is a voice changer, right? And the person who is on the other end of the line, who you don't get to see till the very end of the movie, was such a big star that they actually put him as a headline in the title of the movie. And it's like, why did you tell us that? That's retarded.
gotta be in the cast, bro.
Can I tell this movie game real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So here's the thing. I have a catalog of movies. I watch a lot of movies, and I know directors and actors, blah, blah, blah. So there's a game called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, where if you name any actor, I could tell you which actor or actress they've also co-starred with in whatever movie, and link back to Kevin Bacon in six movies or less. Now, the only difference in the version of the game I play is instead of going to Kevin Bacon, just name 2 actors, and I will tell you the chain of events and how they work together.
Huh?
You can do that.
Yes. Give me 2 actors, and I will do
You
it.
can do it. You can do that across the board.
Okay, I don't make it this hard, but one time I did Marilyn Monroe to Carrot Top in 5 movies.
Wow.
All right, fine.
So, but for the sake of argument, just try to do from like 90s and up, and I'll be able to do it right here without getting
Are
my
you
phone or on the
gonna bite
computer.
on this?
All right.
Because
I'm gonna-
you're gonna bite.
I got one.
Okay. You
Colin Farrell
Easy.
and Snooki.
Okay, that's fucking actually very easy, bro. So
wait, they've never worked together. Though.
It's not about them working together. It's about them working. Okay, this is how I might know you. Okay, I know Keemstar. I worked. In the
You're not talking on the mic.
I know Keem. So I know Keem from the Bad Kid Show. Keem knows you from doing Halo 3. That's how I know you. So it's a chain. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
so
got
make the
Okay.
chain. Make the chain.
Can you do
Snooki.
someone besides Snooki, dude?
Oh,
Just-
what? You just said it was easy.
I'm just saying.
Bullshit.
No, for the
Call-
sake.
Rewind.
Shut up.
Rewind.
Shut up.
Rewind.
Stop,
You just said it was
stop,
easy.
Stop.
Yeah, but you
stop.
are backing
I,
up.
I can't. Oh, fuck off. I'll do it then. You guys talk, and I'll.
All
sorry
right.
for saying fuck off, but
Okay,
you guys talk for a second. I'm gonna fucking get in my zone, and I'll figure it out.
We're talking to like a Halo 3 player, and I don't think he's mad about fuck off.
Okay, sorry. I just.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he said fuck off.
I will.
How dare you, sir?
All right, no, come on, Blade. Come on, you can do it. Go.
Okay, don't put me in the spot. Talk.
What? Wait, you gotta think about it.
Yes, I have to think about it.
It's bullshit. You're the exact same person who's like, oh yeah, I can do a really good impression of like fucking Peter Griffin, and then we're like, okay, do it, and you're like, oh fuck it, I can't.
That's not the same thing as like. On
All right, you know what? Let me give you a different than Snooki. All right, let me give you because Snooki's a fucking. I threw that out there.
So you
to
said
fuck you up.
Colin Farrell.
I'll
and-
say Colin Farrell and think you pick the other actor.
Yeah, I wanted to just do a fucking Denzel and Mark Wahlberg. But if you want to do Colin Farrell, let's do Samuel L. Jackson. We'll
They've
go.
been in a movie together. They were in SWAT together.
Yeah. Well, is there a chain of events that leads up to that, or am I doing this game completely wrong?
No.
You got to try to think of two actors or an actor.
Like an
and
example I would
actress
say
that
is
never-
okay. Like I could say something like this. I'll be like, Colin Farrell was in SWAT with Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was with what's his name? Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction. Bruce Willis was with what, like, you basically go along this chain.
Oh, okay.
So you
I
try
got
to
you.
link them up based off of movies they've been together. A good analogy for this is, imagine if acting was fucking. How did this person get AIDS?
All right, Denzel Washington and Judy Foster.
Ooh.
I think they might have been in a movie together, actually. But
Huh. Dwayne Johnson. Fuck you.
no.
Damn.
I'll, which one do you want me to do? Just pick them and I'll do them.
Judy
just-
Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster and Denzel Washington.
Okay. Let's see here. Denzel Washington, Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster was with Matthew McConaughey. Samuel Jackson. Okay. This is hard if you put me on the spot. I'm thinking about
You put yourself on the
no, but
spot.
just talk for a second. Pretend we're at a party. You guys have a conversation for a second. I'll come up with it. Just
Yeah,
give
so
me a minute to
did
rack
you-
my
Yeah.
brain.
Fine. We'll act like we're at a party. So did you see that girl fall down the stairs?
No, fuck that. I'm not acting like I'm at a party for this guy.
She had too much to drink.
I'm just gonna stare at you through the interweb until you
Fuck.
fucking grow
Okay.
up hair.
Jodie Foster and Denzel Washington.
Jodie
Yes.
Foster and Denzel Washington.
Is that a PBR?
No, it's just a Diet Coke. We normally drink and smoke on this show, but we've done neither because I got to drive through a snowstorm to get him back home.
Yeah, I was like,
Jodie Foster.
man, he's a real American over there drinking PBR in fucking snowstorm.
I've been a real American if it was like Jägermeister, or not Jägermeister, but what the
No.
fuck, Yingling.
Yeah.
Yingling.
Ugh.
I like Yingling.
Yeah.
I've never had it, actually.
What's your beer of choice?
Dude, I'm a simple guy, dude. I any of the lights, Bud Light, Miller Light, but like I'll go for like a Guinness.
Yeah, I just can't get into the whole Budweiser. I'm pretty much good with every beer except for Budweiser. For something that's
What's
got
your beer of choice though?
Labatt's Blue, but I'm in
Okay.
Buffalo, so
I get down with
where
that.
where are you located?
I'm in Virginia.
You're in Virginia?
I'm like 50 minutes south of DC.
Do you guys have Labatt's Blue all the way down there? Oh, no shit. I didn't know it went that far. It's good stuff. I know I had a relative move to Florida that couldn't get... Oh, maybe... No, it was Jenny. He was trying to get Jenny. You don't have Jenny, do you?
No.
Oh, it is the shittiest fucking beer ever. And
Worse than like Natty Ice. like,
yeah,
worse-
way worse than Natty Ice. And the thing is,
What
with
about Bush?
it's like on the same level as Bush,
Okay.
but it's like the local Bush. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's like the RC Cola Bush.
Yeah, it's like the thing that's just in this area, and like the old guys like will request it, so it's still in all the stores, but nobody like older than 40 drinks that, or younger than 40 drinks this stuff. Like, it's horrible, but it's like almost everyone in this area's first experience with getting drunk is because they stole it from their parents or whatever.
Yeah, so what is it, like $10 for like a 30 rack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, dude, if I was given the same thing to own it way back then to like high school days, I'd totally do the same thing.
And the water comes out of the Genesee River, and it constantly, like without fail, if you drink Jenny the next day, you're like shitting. Like, it's a waterfall.
That's the worst. Dude.
Yeah.
That is honestly, there's seriously like nothing worse than that. Like, there's times
You
where
got it?
No, just give me a second.
This is the worst thing to do on a podcast
I know. This is a
where
horrible,
we're supposed
horrible idea to do it on a
Seriously
podcast,
fucked
but I'm
himself
going to
so
get this
hard.
done for you guys, all right?
This is the worst thing to do on a podcast.
I apologize. This
All
is
right,
a horrible
I
thing
can
to
do
do.
this. I can do this. Who was in Training Day?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
What other movie was Ethan Hawke in? Most popular.
That was his most popular.
Okay. Well, who?
He was in, what is that
He was
movie?
in
Singles?
Sinister.
Is it supposed to be a group effort that we do this, or is it one person?
It was supposed to be that I'm like the Oracle, and you can refer to me, and I'll come up with
Oh,
it
well,
with
you're
that.
pretty fucking shitty.
So did not turn into that Oracle.
All right, I apologize. This is the worst thing we could possibly do on a podcast.
Like, you know a lot about movies. Like,
This is better at a end of the night party game. While let me like get in my zone, figure it out, and then I come back and you're like, wow, he really figured that out.
Okay, all right. So you need like actual time to do it.
You know what? It's been so long that I feel like I should have already come up with the answer already.
So
but the problem is you're also on the spot, and when you get put on the spot, like time just moves.
But I'm normally very clutch. I actually like the spotlight. I like the clutch moment.
Yeah, Billionaire's Challenge was pretty insane.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you decided to compete in a $10,000 like competition and to knife.
Yeah, I decided to knife only, even though the money was on the line.
And like you were,
I got a 5-piece on competitive players.
Well, they weren't competitive. It was Freddie Wong, Woody, like Wings of Redemption. It wasn't really
more competitive than a casual gamer. How about that?
That's awesome.
That was actually pretty awesome. That was probably the best moment of that stream because I got the first one. People were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Like, you know that video of the retard kid hitting all the 3-pointers? As he hit more and more, that's what I was. Like, as I kept on going and going.
The fucking retard kid, too.
I'm sorry. Whatever his name is.
Mentally challenged.
Yeah. I don't even think he was mentally challenged. I think he was autistic.
I'm pretty sure they still group them in the same thing as mentally challenged.
Okay. So,
or mentally ill.
So as that person got each 3-pointer, i.e. me getting each knife, each one that I got, people were going nuttier and crazier. Like
you were the kid shooting the basketballs.
Exactly.
Well, too bad you weren't mentally ill, because then your video would have made the news and it would have sparked like hope. But instead,
that's what we need. We need some drooly kid to win like MLG.
You know what? Like, you know what blows my mind is like you see like stuff on the news and you think like a lot of people saw that. But in reality, how many people are like turning on the news and watching the news? The whoever DVR'd it and put it on YouTube, it has more views on YouTube than it does on the actual broadcast.
That's because the news is all just a bunch of bullshit anymore.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, I don't care about your guys' political standpoints on anything.
Okay.
Because we're not going down that road.
That's all CNN covers is political news.
Dude, like Fox News, MSNBC, like all these news stations, they suck.
They're horrible because they've been like pretty much purchased by
big business,
with that have agendas. You know what I mean? So I used to watch the news a ton. I used to watch it all the time, every single day. And just over the last year, I stopped, and it's because CNN would only talk about politics. Fox would only bash Democrats. And MSCN would only bash Republicans. That's all there was. It was all political nonsense. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the drama alert of politics. Like, I'm out. I want news. So you know what? You know what ended up being the source of fucking news? The fucking Russian Today.
Really?
Russian Today was the only legit source of American news I could find. Like, hey, this happened in America, and this happened in America. No politic bullshit. And still now I watch them on YouTube. It's a great source, and it's it's owned by Russia. It's owned by Russia.
That's wild to me. The only site that I can go to that is even like worth a shit to me is like Drudge Report.
Yeah.
And Drudge Report has like a lot of people are like, oh, it's owned by Fox.
Inside Man.
Oh, I've never heard of Inside Man.
Inside Man is a movie with Denzel Washington and Jodie Foster.
Oh.
Wow.
Good
Slow
shit.
clap.
I see it now. Can
you give me an easier one so I can actually give you an example, or no?
Let's do Kevin Fox. Wait.
Kevin Fox? Who the fuck is Kevin Fox?
And Michael J. Fox?
Yeah,
You combined the two?
You told me to
Sigourney O'Connor.
You told me to name two people, and I like took two different names
like
and put them together.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think of Jamie Foxx and Kevin Bacon. Go.
Okay. Keep on talking.
What? You're supposed to just give us the answer.
Jamie Foxx.
I don't want to play this game anymore. Honestly, this is
like,
killing the podcast.
All right, well,
you did it for me, bro. I get it.
Okay.
We're gonna have to give this podcast CPR.
Okay, we will not.
All right.
You said Jamie Foxx and who? I'll just do it while we're talking, and then I'll come up with it, and you'll be like, okay, that's good. But I'll be in the conversation. I'll multitask.
Blade, look, man, like you're cool and all, but you gotta disconnect from this.
No, just tell me what it is.
Dude,
we'll never bring it up.
I can tell you exactly what happened, right? there was a time in your life, right, where you were the god of this thing, right?
Yes.
That you had it down. But the problem is you did that while you were drinking. And you've learned this skill of combining all these movies together while you're drinking. You're sober as fuck right now. And they've actually proven this. If people learn special techniques while they're drinking, they will only remember them while they're drinking.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah. Like some people learn how to play golf drinking with their buddies, and they'll go to try to play golf sober, and they can't do shit. But if they're drinking...
I want to make a study of this. I want to like teach someone Italian and see if they can only talk Italian if they're drunk.
I'm sure there's certain levels, but do you think perhaps the two things we're doing right here, like the one thing that's like a correlation here is definitely going to be like confidence, right? Because if he was drunk, he'd probably be like, fuck it, I'll spew it off there. Worst comes to worst, I sound like a dumbass. Same thing with golf. Like you get up to the tee, everybody's watching, you're drunk.
Right.
It seems like a third variable to me.
Yeah. No, but
that's very interesting. I would have never guessed that.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
No, that's a real thing. It opens, like when you're drinking, it opens a different part of your brain. Same thing with smoking weed, like or whatever. If you learn something under that mental state of being under that drug or alcohol or whatever it is, you will only remember it under that state.
Huh.
It's true.
So
that makes sense.
Maybe that's why you're failing sense. Right now. Imagine the guy that's like a bowler, right? He's going bowling every weekend. He's having a couple drinks. All of a sudden, he's getting really good. They're like, dude, you should go pro. Goes to his first match, all excited, fucking sober as a whistle, gutter ball.
Yeah.
It's like a 130.
I think I need a drink.
I still, to this day, I still do not understand the scoring in bowling.
Really?
I don't get it.
What?
I don't get how it carries over. I know people have explained it, but try it again.
All right. This is very simple, right? If you get a strike, your next 2 frames go on the first frame. All right? If you get a spare, your next frame goes on that frame.
Okay.
Gets added up. That's all it is.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, let's say someone bowled a 9 every single round. What would they have?
90.
Just 90.
Yep.
If you bowled but to me, it would seem that you should get 270 for bowling a 9 every single.
No, because okay, that's dumb. The objective.
Why is that dumb though?
No. The problem is you're confusing quantity for the point of the game, right? So sure, you get 9 pins down, but if the object of the game is to fucking knock every pin down, then you're only getting not even 90%. You're less than 90% getting it complete.
But you can see it from my point of view that
I can.
Getting 9 out of 10 pins thinks you get 9 out of 10 score, but it has nothing to do with that. It's more about strikes or not strikes.
It's strikes almost like when you know how we play ladder ball and like every shot counts.
Yeah.
We play a different way of ladder ball. We play like extreme ladder ball, if you will. Like
we made up a variation, basically a new rule set for ladder ball that keeps the score faster.
So do you play ladder ball at all?
I throw some ladders on my ball. Yeah.
All right. So instead of like finding out who won the round and subtracting, how we play is whoever won the round gets all the points on the board. All right. Okay. So it's the same thing in bowling. Like, if you don't get a strike or a spare, it's a fail. It's an ultimate fail because you can't carry into the next. You know?
That makes sense.
So that's why scoring's like that in bowling. But I'm sure there's a lot of people like 10-year-olds and stuff that don't understand either.
I might piss off. Shut up. I might piss off a lot of people, but like, I'm going to compare bowling to shooting a free throw. Okay. And the reason why I'm making that comparison is because all of the elements are like, if you look at a scientific experiment, you try to separate as many possible variables as possible. Try to only go for one variable. Okay. So assuming everything's equal, if you have the motion down, why can't you throw a strike every time?
That's the thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And obviously, I'm not good at bowling. I don't know. Like, I'm just not good at bowling.
I mean, technically, if you watch pro bowling or whatever, like, don't they get a strike every time?
No, because then everyone would just shoot 300 every game.
Yeah, no, it's normally like.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch it.
It's like 220, 230s, and I think so, at least.
I bowled a 222 once. True story. When I was like 16.
The reason why I bring that up is because it feels like with bowling, the variables are so cut down to, every single time you go up, if you have a fresh set of pins, it's not like each different bowling alley has different skins or whatever, different ball.
That's not true.
Different lanes.
The lanes are completely different. You'll get on one lane that's like super slippery, and you're like, "What the fuck?" I'm throwing this curveball, and it's like
in like a professional bowling league, I would think that they'd want to make. I'm just assuming, but wouldn't they want to make all the lanes similar, or is it like golf, or is it like golf where all the courses are different?
They do try to make it similar, but a little bit more wax here than there is completely different.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also like other little variables too, like how much like grease or whatever like wax got on the ball, like how you wipe it down. That's why people were so methodical with it, I think.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I never really gave bowling that much thought.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, how
bowling,
the fuck are we having this big conversation about bowling?
Yeah,
why not?
Isn't it crazy how like bowling's just kind of been like bowling used to be like relatively big on TV, right?
Yeah.
Like it was, but now it's like poker, and now poker is like slowly starting to fade out because everyone's like. Who gives a shit? Like,
What?
I'm not keeping up with all these people.
What was that viral bowling video that happened recently? Do you remember this? Where the guy like missed or something, and the wife was like, "Fuck you" or something.
What?
I swear to God, I
Hashtag drama.
maybe I'm not remembering this correctly, but
I'm racking my brain through all the viral bowling videos.
I showed this to you, and we were like, "What the?"
So many in the past 50 years.
Yeah.
There was one.
Our great nation has been founded on viral bowling videos.
This guy threw the ball, and it wasn't a strike, and he was just like, and his wife was like, "Fuck you," like, and walked out on him or something like that. I can't remember if that's
if
it.
you're walking out on your husband because of a bad bowl, that's funny. You better knock all those pins down. Get that turkey, or we're done.
I think it was something like that. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Bowling kind of turns me off anyways these days because like every bowling alley has like those just like white trash people.
Yeah.
And like
I do have to say though,
see 'em.
Kingpin is a classic. Kingpin is
that's
a
a
great
good movie.
I would have went with The Big Lebowski.
As a
well, obviously, yeah.
this was a couple years ago, but as a
Goodfellas
joke,
is a great movie, but so is The Godfather. So that's you just Godfathered me.
Yeah, I did.
a couple years ago, as a joke, I went to a roller skating rink with a bunch of friends. Like this is when I was like 28. It was fucking awesome. We had the best time of our lives, drinking and roller skating.
I actually had a date, and I ended up seeing the fucking. It was so bad that it ended up ruining the date. But
you had a date at a roller skating ring?
No,
as an adult,
no,
that's fucked.
No, I went to the movies, and we ended up seeing ATL.
What's ATL?
ATL is
T.I.'s movie,
the,
right?
It's a T.I. movie about gangsters that go to that every Friday they go to the roller rink. And we thought, because for some reason Jamie Foxx had done a movie about like something, and we thought that it was going to be a movie about like growing up in the South, like as a black man, ATL thing, or I don't know. But we got in there, quickly realized what it was, and it was and we laughed because it was so ridiculous. We didn't know what it was.
Dude, we gotta wrap it up soon, and we didn't even talk about the fucking roster changes. I mean, obviously we talked about.
Okay, roster change. I'm on Optic. What's
yeah.
up?
Yeah, we did completely like fucking segue that, huh?
Yeah, dude, we fucking missed that. So, obviously, you're a shoutcaster. Now, do you shoutcast just for UMG, or do you shoutcast for other things?
All of them. Anyone that's willing to hire me. I mean, I'm really just more or less an on-air personality.
How did I just notice you? Just at UMG.
Have you ever seen Boogie Nights?
No.
Okay. Well, you might not get this reference then.
Okay.
All right. Well, you might like this reference, but basically in Boogie Nights, Mark Wahlberg is the porn star of all porn stars, right? So I thought of
fantastic.
You filling that role in this comparison, right? And for whatever reason, during the movie, as he becomes older, the new younger studs come in, and when those guys come in, there's kind of like this little beef, like this new rising stars coming in. Who are you to take my spotlight? Is that there with Fwiz?
I don't know.
You don't know?
That's a really good question.
The reason why I asked, I don't know, but like
wait, is Fwiz upset that other people are coming in and shoutcasting? Is that the question?
No, that's not at all. My question is this: like, I'm assuming that you've been doing this before Fwiz, right?
Nah, Fwiz has been doing it longer than me.
Oh well, then my whole basis is fucked.
Yeah, but I think so at least. I don't know. We may have actually started the same year. I'm not.
Is there like obviously there's there's not a ton of shoutcasters, but like there's like the good ones that come up through the ranks. As a new one comes up, do you ever feel threatened by that, or no?
I've never really felt threatened because like Halo was my domain, right? Like I didn't have to worry about it. Like it was my domain. But like coming into like Call of Duty, like I've been in the Call of Duty community for I think like since like end of Black Ops 2.
Okay.
And, like the first time we did it, it was me and my buddy I was cast with Maven.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially what the fuck we did was we came up there and we just made up shit. Like we thought a hellstorm was a hailstorm. Like we didn't even talk about the fucking game, right? Like it was just fuck it. And so then everyone was like, "Oh, you guys should cast." And we're like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then we did like packs for like a game, and then people liked it. And then next thing you know, we went to like Dallas, and then we went to then I went to Philly because Maven got strep throat. So like coming up, like the difference between like Halo and Call of Duty for like casting wise is like, you know, Call of Duty, there's a lot of big names, like big names. I mean, like Fwiz is one of them. Golden Boy's up there. Like Puckett's there. Benson, and then I know I'm going to do a disservice to someone who I can't fucking remember, but like, yeah, like a lot of people probably, Hastro. Like a lot of people probably look at it and they're like, oh, well, why the fuck is he getting this credit? Like, why aren't I getting these gigs?
Yeah. Or
something like that. And it's, I don't think I'm better than anyone. I just think like most people just get tired. They like the new style. Like I don't do traditional casting, right? Like a lot of people.
That's why immediately I found your Twitter and I tweeted at you because I'm watching this shit and there's always robots, right? There's like, and you know, some robots are good. Like Chris Puckett is a fucking robot, but he's a good robot. You know what I mean? But some robots, and when I say robot, I mean people that are just, and so-and-so goes here and so-and-so goes there, and they don't leave from, you know, they don't venture away to get outside of the box. They stay in the box. Chris Puckett is always in the fucking box, but he's good at it. It's good. It works, right? This dude, I turned it on and he's like, yeah, and Parasite, that dude takes so many fucking selfies. He takes more selfies than a female. I'm just laughing my ass off.
You guys know the movie Dodgeball, like those announcers?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm like, this is entertainment. This is what shoutcasting needs, someone like this, you know, to just kind of be off the wall, right? And I think it's really fucking awesome.
It's just like, I look at it like this. Like gaming, it's not like I'm on fucking ESPN. Like it's video games. Like if I'm having fun, the viewer's gonna have fun.
Well, we need both, I think.
You have to.
We need someone like Puckett. We need someone like Fwiz to take the shit serious enough to give it credibility. But sometimes the people in the community, they take the shit too serious. We're like, wait, guys, this is a game.
You're kind of alienate. I think when they do that, they kind of alienate new viewers.
Yeah, and like, okay, so then we had this trash talk at UMG, check my fucking bank account, like this amazing thing that takes place, and you have people in the community being like, that is horrible for the sport. That is horrible. That was the fucking most amazing thing that happened in 2013. Check my bank account is the most memorable moment of 2013. If in 2013 people are going to remember, check my bank account. I play the game. You watch the game more than they're going to remember who won the fucking championship.
Okay,
they will.
I've had an idea that I think would. I have two ideas that would. I think me personally, as an outsider looking in, would make esports more appealing. Okay. One is in the Call of Duty scene, at least. I think that for qualifiers, that if they were to have one person from each team and throw them into a free for all, I think that would dictate the qualifying seats. I think that would be amazing.
Oh, so you mean like every event, like you don't have set seeds, you vote like player for a free for all, and then at the beginning of the tournament, he plays, and then you're seeded 1 through
8.
What's funny you say that is because Halo, starting out right, and even like towards the end, because we deviated away from it a little bit, but it used to be all 4 members of your team were submitted into an open free for all with every single player, period. So you have 256 teams. You're looking at 1,000 people that you have to climb.
1,000 person free for all?
What?
Not one free for all, but like total. So you have 8 people in the top 4 advance, and you move all the way up.
Okay.
And so Halo, like that's how it used to be seeded, because you would sit there and you would be top 4, and you would keep advancing until there, and then whenever you dropped out, you got points for your placing in that round.
Yeah.
So
I by no means I'm no means a competitive player. Like if you were to classify me as something, I'd say that I'm a search and destroy player. But like there is a skill set in free for all, like we said before, with stripping away all the variables. It's pretty much who can get the most kills. Like that's at the core, it's free for all.
Yeah.
So I think that would be entertaining and an interesting way to start it. And also, the second idea that I have is kind of like, you know how they have fantasy football, fantasy basketball.
Yeah.
Why they couldn't have something like that for?
I'm making it. You keep bringing it up. I'm making it. Someone's gonna fucking steal my idea.
Yeah, you jack fuck.
Oh, apparently I'm the bad guy here for having ideas. Okay.
It's my idea.
It's not your idea. It's not
to
your
have a fantasy esport team. Who said it before me?
Me.
I've been
Mr.
saying it
P.
for fucking a year and a half. We've been working on this site to build this thing.
Mr. P from TLN back in 2009 had it, and it was operational.
I didn't know about him. So what?
Hey, you asked. I was telling you.
But yeah,
that's a great fucking idea.
Yeah, we're building a site right now.
I.e., if such and such a player gets so many caps or
fantasy esports team is being built by fucking Captain Bruno or.
Here's a real way you can fucking start betting, like getting into esports, is as soon as gambling becomes like a possibility with it. As soon as someone figures out an algorithm to be like, this is how you can bet on this game, and here's the stakes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna be like, oh, yeah, fuck it. Like, there's people. I don't know if you guys know about this, right? And one of my brother's good friends was telling me about it. He enters a pool every year with like his work and his work's like chain of company or whatever, and they put $20 in at the beginning of the year, and you pick celebrities who you think are going to die that year, and it's a ranking point system.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like you have like 4 months to just like search, right? So like let's say like Lindsay Lohan's going in and out of like rehab. You're like, okay, I'm gonna throw her down as my wild card. But so then you put older people like the Pope, right? Like he just resigned. Obviously, like that's a white flag. Like maybe he's got fucking like pancreatic cancer. So you bet on these fucking people. People are betting on death. They'll bet on fucking gaming.
Yeah.
We should bet.
Well,
bet on YouTubers to reach a certain number of subs.
I broke even on the last UMG. I bet Hex $100 that Optic would lose the first round. I won. Cha-ching.
I think it needs to be a little bit more elaborate than who's going to win what game. I think
No. It would be. It would be based on points. It would be like a fantasy football team.
Yeah.
It would be exactly like that. But what I'm saying is would people bet on esports? Yes, I'm doing it right now. I did it the last UMG vet. I broke even.
But I'm talking about taking a step further. Like, okay, you think such and such team's going to win this search and destroy game by this many rounds?
No, you would have a draft. Okay, this is how it would
like covering
work.
the spread in football.
This is how it would work, right? With fantasy esports, right? Let's say us three are in a fucking league or whatever, right? We would do a draft before an event, right? You would pick a player, he would pick a player, we'd have our own team, and you would go off of kills, you'd go after COD points, you'd combine all those variables and find out who won that championship, and whatever money was put down, 90% of it goes to the winner, 10% goes to the website that's hosting.
That, all the way from what you said, is my idea.
That's my... whatever. Great.
Makes sense.
This has been an amazing cast. This has been a really good show. Thank you, Gandhi, for coming on, dude. This was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
And we need a sign-off, dude. Do we ever have an official sign-off?
By the end of it, we're so pissed and we just want to get done with it. We're just like, bye, get out of here, you know. So what should be our sign off?
Well, I'm not pissed. Why are you so angry? What has made you so angry
I'm
during
not
this
angry.
cast?
I'm not
Maybe
angry.
we got another
fucking oracle.
Maybe we got another 15 minutes with the Dr. Phil.
Hit me. Go for it. Hit me with any. We got to bring it back to shitting our pants somehow. It has to make full circle.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the BadKidCast.